January 30th, 2024. Here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I sent invites to Chris and Jay. I am not sure where they are. Neither of them responded or showed up to the show. So I don't know. We'll figure it out later. I'm sure they'll come by. But I got tons of stuff to do today, so just figured I would get rolling as opposed to I don't know, waiting around to see if they show up or not. But yeah, it's not my best day coming off of, but of course we don't look back, we look forward. That's where we are. So Jay did the jam session. I'll have to see. Hopefully not internet problems or anything like that. But we've got a full card. We've got 5 NBA games. We've got college hoops. We've got NHL. I think there's 1 or 2 games going on today. I don't know. I'm a little blurry. I'm trying to figure this out. What's up with my camera? Might have hit a setting or something. It's weird. I'm like all blurred out. Have to see what happens with that. Might be my lighting in the background lighting. Not sure. Anyways. Huh. So weird. I guess I'll just get rolling into the games. So weird. All right. First game up, I got the Hawks and taking on the Lakers. The Hawks are 5-point favorites in this one. And, oh, you know what? Maybe I didn't hit the link. That would probably help. We'll give them a couple seconds to get here. Forgot to hit send on it. Anyway, it gives me time to talk about anything. Anyone have any questions or anything like that going on? Good time to ask them. Here's Jay. So I thought I sent you guys the link, and I didn't, and I was waiting there for like 10 minutes. I'm like, I'm just gonna go live, and then they'll show up. But yeah, that's weird. Jay's here. I don't know where Chris is. Don't see him.
I didn't even get no note on YouTube.
No?
There we go.
I don't know where Chris is. Haven't heard anything from him. Let's see. There he is. So, where is it? So is Chris out on a show? It's like, I don't even know what I'm looking at here. So where's strange. See Costi. And then Chris. See this, man. Chris, there he is. All right. Well, that
back
was
at
fun.
home. Back at home.
Took a little bit. I had it in preview mode. Chris, you got to leave and come back. Get out of preview. He's trying to. He's back home. All right. How was your flight?
It was. I was a sardine.
Did you leave anything in Vegas?
Yeah, I had a couple nice meals. Met up with Tony Brown. We had a good time.
How's Tony doing? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah, he's doing good. We caught up, had some laughs, had some good Mexican food.
Nice. We got a pretty mild card today. Jay, finally, his Clippers lost.
Yes.
It makes him only down 3,700 units for the season. It's like Bittler. It's like, I told you the Pirates were going to win. It's like, yeah, but you're down 1,900 units in the process. It's like, that's the only problem with that. Still, it was actually, I had the Clippers, so I got roasted in that one. But where I got roasted was on the Thunder. I mean, the Pelicans had that game. How did they lose that game? How did they lose? They had him. Jay's now muted. He's muted himself. It says Jay has muted himself. Oh, now he's leaving. He's had enough. Oh, it's a good show. Good show today. Got a good show today. I'm all blurry also. I added these lights to above my bobbleheads, and now like my focus is all off on my camera. I have to redo everything. I think it's focusing on Muhammad Ali. No, I do. I think it's focusing on Muhammad Ali and not on me. Just fine. Unless it's focusing on Gene Simmons or Joey Ramone or something. I don't know. It's like I'm always testing out new lights. Like I got these new lights from my shelves. I have more for the rest of them. Finish off. Got more bobbleheads and stuff to add. Got some really good rare bobbleheads. Check these out. Bon Jovi. These are like the hardest to find, man.
Oh, jeez.
These are like impossible to find. Gonna take them out of the package, unlike you guys. Leave them in the package. What are you saving them for?
It's just, it looks better in the box.
It looks better in the box? You can't play with them. That's not fun.
Some people feel that it destroys the value if you.
What
Take 'em out
value?
of the box.
What's the value, man? Like, look how fun this is.
Look how cool this box looks.
Look how cool this looks.
I have a deck outside the box.
Well, there was no value to that, anyways. You probably actually improved the box or the value by taking it out.
Fair. How's Vegas, man?
I bump the shelf. Everybody bobbles.
You know what? I love it. That's my happy place.
Did you win?
Can't wait. Yeah, I ended up going home up about $500.
I thought you're home. You said I'm going home.
No, I said sorry. I'm saying I ended up getting home. I ended up leaving with about $500.
$500 left, or $500 that you won?
Oh, that I won. I came out on top.
Nice.
So it's going back into the Vegas fund for March.
Slush fund.
Yep. Rolling it over.
Rolling it over. How'd the Pelicans lose that game, man? They were winning the whole game.
I didn't watch a whole lot of basketball last night because I was at basketball last night, so I can't really tell you.
I went to bed
Curse,
early.
curse is over. Mavs got it done with me in the building.
Did you ask any of the Magic players if they had seen Wayne? I
didn't
know
get
Wayne.
I didn't get a chance to talk to any Magic players, but I did run into Kyrie Irving after the game in his Lambo.
Nice.
At the
Did
light.
you take off your shoe and show him that you were wearing them?
No, I showed him my jersey.
Oh, the jersey. I was like, I heard Kyrie 11s, and I was like, you don't just take off his shoe?
I said nah, and I got that 11 on right now because
Oh, okay.
I knew he wasn't playing that night, but I just so happened to wear his jersey anyway. So it was pretty cool. Shout out Kyrie.
Shout out to Wayne.
Shout out to Wayne Scotts. Couldn't get it done late in the game. They had a substantial lead in the first half. You know, Jonathan Isaac got hurt. That kind of took down their defensive tenacity. And the Mavs turned up their defense in the third quarter, held the Magic to 12 points. And Luka was Luka, and Hardaway was Hardaway. It was a great game. 45, 15, and 9 for Luka. Oh, my God. He is insane. Took my pops.
How hard is it to get tickets for the Mavs?
It's for me, you know, like somebody who has the time to sit here all day and just watch the ticket prices move and fluctuate. It's not that hard, you know. Like you can catch the right price. Like I'm getting kind of good at it. Like it's a skill to catch tickets at the right price. So I'm getting pretty good at it, but it's not that hard because the thing is, the Mavs have a lot of people that have like season tickets and stuff, and they don't go to every game, so they sell them off a lot. So there's a lot of like resale tickets all the time. So if you want to go, you can go.
So there you go, Ruffolo. If you want to go see him, go see him. Kick your ass. Be like, I heard you called me trash pandas, man.
Well, you don't want me to call you the trash pandas. Don't be the trash pandas. How about that? You paid a lot of money.
We got a lot of games today, but not that many, as usual. The NBA is like, man, they've had like there's 2 times now during the season where they take extended time off. So it's like the rest of the season they got to cram these games in. We got the Hawks at home here against the Lake Show. We all know how the Hawks play in their home building. And the Lakers pretty good as a dog against the Southeast. Chris, jumping on the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, if I can read that list, you kind of know where I am. I'm on the Lakers here. Plus the points. I'll gladly put a little bit on the money line as well. Like you alluded to, we know what the Atlanta Hawks do at home, and that is fail to cover point spreads. I know the Lakers on a back-to-back have not been great, 1-6 against the number, but LeBron's already said he's going to play for this game. And you have to think that after getting run out of the gym by the Houston Rockets last night, that this Lakers team's not going to be happy. And the Atlanta Hawks, yeah, they're the perfect team that you get right against. This team can't do anything right at home. So Atlanta Hawks laying 4.5, 5 at home. No, thank you. Give me the Lakers and the points.
Lake Show Lakers for me as well. Line 3 is what we'll refer to here on the do not bet list. The gift that keeps on giving. There's never been a team this bad against the number at this point in the NBA season. They're the worst ATS team in NBA history at this point in the season, the Atlanta Hawks. This line don't even make sense. The books continue to overvalue the Hawks. That's part of the reason why they're so bad against the number as well, is they're just overvalued more often than not. Day-to-day Davis is not on the injury report. LeBron is on there, but like Chris said, and many people have told me, I didn't hear or see that sound bite, but apparently he did say he was going to play. So the Lakers are the better team as far as I'm concerned, and this is a must-win game. Like they cannot keep affording to lose basketball games. They cannot. Like they have to start winning the games that they're slotted to win. Coming up, they have they got the Celtics on deck. They got the Red Hot Knicks on deck. Then the Hornets. Then the Nuggets. Then the Pelicans. So they're going through a little tough stretch coming up. What's their record currently? They're 500 right now. They got to win games they're supposed to. Give me Lakers plus the points here and money line. Fading the Hawks ass.
Lakers for me. This one's easy. I'm blindly fading the Hawks at home, and people in the comments will say, "You can't just blindly fade teams like that." Oh yes, I can. And I'm going to. Fading the Hawks. Because I can. What was the best meal you had in Vegas? With Tony Brown?
It was pretty good. The Mexican with Tony Brown was pretty good.
Where'd you go? Where'd you go for Mexico?
It's a place that's right around the corner from La Thai. They only opened it like a year and a half ago, I think they said.
Le Mexican?
Something like that. So original.
Le Thai, Le Mexican.
It was crazy. They were full, so they were like, well, you can either wait for an hour and a half, or you can order at the takeout window and then just sit outside and eat it. We tried waiting at the people at La Thai.
Well, why wouldn't you just eat at the takeout window? Eat outside.
Well, because they weren't taking orders for like 15 minutes. They were behind inside. Tony assured me when we go back for March Madness, we're gonna go.
All right.
Tony Brown.
If I have any
local man. Tony Brown's my local man.
Tony Brown's my local.
Yeah, hey, I stole him.
Can't steal. You can only borrow.
You can't. Yeah. There's no.
I don't think so. I got pictures to prove it, man. I got pictures.
Me and Tony Brown had Mexican too when I went in December for the in-season tournament NBA. We had the little taco spot in the Sahara though. That's just where we were. Tony Brown.
I think I've gone to all kinds of food with Tony Brown in Vegas. You name it. We've done it. Done pizza, Thai food like 20 times, probably. There's me and Chris Ruffolo eating pancakes at the
That's a peppermint.
At the peppermint. Is it blurred? It's blurred.
Yeah.
Wow, what's wrong with my camera? Is the autofocus off? Someone messing with me. I didn't touch anything. So weird, man. How's that better? Nope. How could the autofocus? Oh, what the hell happened? Let's see if we can mess this thing up some years. That didn't work. Did it? It cut me. It put me in like SD. Oh well. Trust me, it's me and Chris Ruffolo at the. There it is.
Y'all pray for my pocketbook because we're going back.
Here we are at the roof. Look at Ruffalo's eating. Look at the size of those waffles.
I've changed since then.
I've changed. I ordered 2.
Shut up. Not.
Look, he's got the 2-pack of syrup just sitting there waiting to be.
Okay, first of all, they brought that for me. I did not use them. They just brought them.
We'll bring you double. I don't know where I got tons of Tony Brown pictures, though. That's for sure. Anyways, who's up next? I think did I clear myself up too by doing all that camera stuff?
Potentially.
I think so. I think I fixed it. That's what I do, Chris.
You're a fixer.
I'm a fixer. Celtics taking on the Pacers. It's a rematch of the play to get into the in-season tournament, right? Was it the Bucks they beat or the Celtics or both? They might have been both. Anyway, Celtics 7-point favorites once again. They haven't covered in their last 3 home games now. They barely escaped. Who's up? Jay, it's you. It's the Halliburtons against the Celtics.
Hey, they're no longer the Halliburton list. The Halliburtons once again. My guy, he's back tonight. In some capacity. I did see, hold on, let me go find the exact quote from Rick Carlisle. He won't be in at like full 100%. So I had the quote.
Kind of like they're going to measure LeBron's minutes this year.
You feel me? Tuesday will be brought along somewhat gradually was exact words from Coach Rick Carlisle. The thing is, the Pacers, they've played Boston tough all season. They've beat them twice outright. This is going to be the 5th meeting between these two teams. Boston, they haven't – I still believe they're the best team in the NBA, but at home, it hasn't really been that kind for them recently. Like Mitch said, they haven't covered in 3 straight home games. They've really struggled mightily in 3 straight home games as far as I'm concerned. Lost 2 outright and should have lost yesterday. Like, I was at the Mavericks game, so I wasn't able to watch, but – checking the scoreboard, I was thoroughly surprised to see them down that big early. They probably win the game here, the Celtics, but I think that's a lot of lumber to lay. Pacers are starting to play well recently as well, post-Siakam trade. I think this is a lot of points, especially for the Celtics to lay on the back end of a back-to-back. I'm going to take – even though the Celtics have been really good on back end of back-to-backs this season, the numbers suggest they've been really, really good, but – I don't like the spot today. I'm going to take the Pacers.
This is me and Tony. This is at the fight. This is before the fight. Here's the Jay Briggs at the Peppermill. Everyone's got a Peppermill picture. Everyone's got them. If you're in my phone, you got a Peppermill picture. All right. It's enough. It's enough of that. Why is he showing us all his pictures? Stop taking the Clippers. I'm taking the Pacers money line. Hate the Celtics.
Money line.
They're on the back-to-back. The Celtics are on the back-to-back. They got all the excuses already built in. Oh, it was a war against the Pelicans last night. On the back-to-back. I love the built-in excuse. I'm good, man. What do you think of my new lighting, Chris, with my bobbleheads?
Oh, I like it.
Good, right? You can see him now.
Yeah.
I'm going to put it on the next shelf now.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I got him from Amazon.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it's a well-kept secret. Amazon.com. Ever hear of it?
You've been gatekeeping that one?
Yep. There's this new site out there called Amazon.
Wow.
Never heard of it.
I've never heard of it. I'm on it right now. What's this thing called? Amazon Prime?
Here's Jay and Tony Brown in the same picture. At the sports book. Here's Tony T. With Sean Higgs.
So when I did the video for this game yesterday, I gave out the Celtics under the assumption
We
that
know you
Tyrese
did
Halliburton
because you're the squarest guy in the room.
that he was. I gave out that pick under the assumption that Tyrese Halliburton was still out of the lineup.
Did you say
However,
that in the pick? Or are you
yeah.
just saying it now?
No, I said it. No, I alluded to it throughout the video that I didn't think Halliburton was playing because I still saw out indefinitely. But
Now he's indefinitely.
But now he's can't say anything around you. But now that he's back in, I do lean towards the Pacers and the points, especially after everything that happened with the Boston Celtics yesterday, having to come back from 17 down. And if you look, the last 6 games of the Pacers road trip, we always, or at least I was always knocking the Pacers' defensive efforts on the road, but they're actually around league average over the course of that 6-game road trip that they were just on in terms of defensive efficiency. So, yeah, I'll take the 7 points here with the Pacers. I maybe lean towards the under as well.
Jovan is on the weekend shows for those in the comments. He's on Saturday, Sunday.
What are they asking?
In the live chat.
Where's Jovan?
Yeah.
He's never been on the weekday shows. Got the Knicks against the Jazz. I'm up.
This one's scary.
Jazz on the back-to-back on the road. The Knicks been playing real well. Seems almost too easy.
Seems too easy.
I'll fall for it. I always do. I'll take the Knicks and lay the points. I always fall for it. It's like they're just there to sucker people in. Got me. All right. I'll try it. Like the guy at the carnival. It's like, throw this ping pong ball through. It's like impossible.
Yeah, give me the Knicks as well. I put my faith in the Jazz yesterday on the road, and yeah, it didn't work. This Jazz team just showed they still have some improvements to make. They still have work to do. Ben Simmons sucked. Don't even give me that.
Boy was hoping. What he had 10, 10, and 8.
Ooh, he took 5 shots. That's 5 more shots than he's pretty much made all season. Put him on the foul line, then we'll see how he does. But yeah, the Jazz showed me yesterday that this team still has a ways to go. They still got some things they have to fix if they're going to be taken seriously. And the New York Knicks still just look like a completely different team since bringing in OG and Anunoby. It is a back-to-back spot with travel for both sides, but what have the Knicks done all season long? Just taking advantage of bad defenses, and I think they do it again here, especially at home. I think they were able to get some guys some rest last night when they were blowing out the Hornets. So give me the Knicks here.
Sweep it. Y'all know I love fading the Jazz on the road. I told you guys yesterday they were going to get their doors blown off. I told you guys yesterday, lay an alternative, lay an extended. When the Jazz lose on the road, they get blown out. They've lost. I want to say they have more double-digit losses on the road than any other team in the league. They get beat up. So Knicks have been playing just a much better basketball. I love fading the Jazz on the road. Knicks are red hot right now. Like Mitch said, it almost seems too easy, but I'm going to fall for it too. They got me. I'm taking the Knicks here. Believe it or not, the Knicks are actually the better ATS team. For as good as the Jazz have been against the number, they're 59.6% against the spread this season. The Knicks are 60%. 27-18-2 for the Knicks, 28-19-1 for the Jazz. Knicks are just hot right now, and I've tried to step in front of this train a couple times, and it just hasn't worked. I don't want to do so tonight. Give me the Knicks here.
Got the Bulls against the Sonics. Chris?
Give me the Bulls here. It's another bad spot for the Sonics. This team just has so many issues trying to win games on the road. The Bulls are actually playing some decent basketball. Yeah, I just don't know how I can get behind the Supersonics in this one. So give me the Bulls. I for a team that I thought was going to be breaking it down at this point in the season, they seem to be holding it together pretty well. And maybe it's more of a fate of Toronto than anything else, but give me the Bulls here.
Mitch, can you refer them to the list, please? Line 5. That's all you need to know. They're there for a reason. They're on the do not bet list, man. It's probably my least favorite game tonight, but I do lean towards the Chicago Bulls. I believe Levine's not playing, so that's a positive for Chicago. Barrett's hurt. Quickly's questionable. Podol's questionable. Give me the Bulls in a lean.
Bulls for me as well. I've been feeling the Raptors all season. 6-17 straight up on the road. They are 12-11 against the number on the road, and the Bulls are on the front end of the back-to-back. So I don't know. Got the Warriors against the Sixers. The late Embiid announcement yesterday got me. I don't think it would have mattered. Get their ass kicked. Doc Rivers did a nice job, though. Really coached him up. Do you think Austin Rivers and Giannis's brother will play in the same lineup, like on the floor at the same time? It's like, imagine like the guy on the other team who like worked his ass off all season just to make the team, finally getting some minutes. The guy that was drafted later, undrafted, he made the team, and it's like he's finally getting his minutes. It's like they put him in against Giannis's brother and Austin Rivers. It's like, man. Warriors, Sixers.
It's funny how we all been on that, bro. The Bulls, bro, they play better without Levine. It's it's fact. Oh my god, it's hilarious when you start a narrative and then it starts to become true, and you start to see everybody run with it.
I do it all the time. I mean, if you start enough of them, eventually some of them are going to happen.
Exactly. Oh, it's hilarious.
This one's you, though. 76ers, Warriors.
The thing is today is I feel like they know where we got to be. And I hate when it's like that. Like, we have to be on the Warriors, right? We got to be.
Well, they've been pretty lousy too. I mean, the Sixers.
They've been terrible, Mitch. I know, that's what I'm saying. They've been terrible. But like the spot for me, this says Warriors. Sixers on the back end of a back-to-back. They got blown out by Portland yesterday. Like, come on, bro. Like, oh my god. With travel, this is going to be their 5th road game in their last 6 games. Embiid's not playing. I'm assuming the line seems to indicate that. Maxey, I believe he's a true game time decision, but I'm leaning to him not playing, honestly. Warriors, it's not like they've just been trash. Back-to-back games, they fought hard, just came up short. Sacramento, LA, this is their 4th straight home game. I just think this is a classic get-right spot at home for the Warriors. If Embiid was on this floor, I would probably take the Sixers, but he's not, so I'm on the Warriors here. The Warriors are in a similar situation as the Lakers, where it's like when they get these situations where they're definitely the better team, they have to win those games because they're on the outside looking in right now. They're 5 games below 500. This is a must-win for the Golden State Warriors, a must-win. So I got to take them here at home.
I said this a while ago, and I'm just going to continue to beat it into the ground. The Warriors are their own worst enemy, man. They had the number 2 overall pick in the NBA draft, and they wasted it. It wasn't like Wiseman was a sure thing or anything even close to it. Taking number 2 overall, he was a guy who had missed the entire season at Memphis. He had trouble. He had the academic trouble or whatever. He couldn't. He was there. He wasn't there. But the thing was, even when we saw him on the court at Memphis, he wasn't like a sure thing. I mean, he was a sure hype thing. And then the Warriors take him second overall. How come nobody's paying the price for that? You know? How come no one even mentions it? They had the number 2 overall pick, man. And that's what they have to show for it. A second round pick. I wonder what the second round pick was. I wonder who they got with it.
When they traded away Wiseman?
Yeah. What year was it? So they get Golden State will receive an unprotected 2026 and 2028 second round draft pick from Portland.
Oh, wow.
And had to give up a 2026 second round pick to Memphis and its own second round selection to Portland. So basically they swapped picks with Portland, who they might actually be drafted ahead of by that time. That's all they did.
Right
They gave up Wiseman and swapped second round picks.
Yeah, right off the hop, basically James Wiseman, in that initial deal, James Wiseman turned into Gary Payton, the second and 2 second round picks.
Yuck. You want to talk about disrespecting your draft position? Disrespecting the draft.
Your wife is hilarious. Like, I find myself quoting her.
I thought the funniest thing was that Costi didn't know it was her on the video.
Disrespecting. Oh man!
I just knew we weren't going
to win. That coat.
Who's the worst number 2 overall pick?
Darko.
The ones that come to mind.
Greg
for
Oden.
me are,
Greg Oden.
No, Greg Oden went first, didn't he?
Oh, did he?
Yeah. There's Darko. There's Hasheem Thabeet. And when he came out of UConn, everybody thought he was going to be the next big thing.
Yeah, Oden was number 1 overall. Ouch.
Wasn't that the Durant draft?
Yep. And Tristan Thompson.
Ooh.
Played on the same team. Cavs beat him without Thompson, man. 2006 NBA draft. The 2006 NBA draft. Let's go through it. No, that can't be. The 2006 NBA draft, Andrea Bargnani.
Yeah, Bargnani. So it was 07. Yeah. Let's not bring up the name Andrea Bargnani, please.
Jada's like, who? Oh, here we go. Oh, this was bad. Greg Oden. Durant went second to the Sonics, so it could have been Toronto at that point. Al Horford to the Hawks. Mike Conley to the Grizz. Jeff Green. So all these guys are in the league, you know? It's 17 years later, and all these guys are in the league.
Yeah.
That's bad, man.
So the Al Horford, was that the year they went back to back? Florida?
Yeah, with Noah. With Joe Kim and Noah.
Okay.
Corey Brewer. Brandon Wright.
There's Noah.
He played for a long time.
Yeah.
AC Law.
Thaddeus Young.
Nick Young. Rodney Stuckey. Sean Williams. Jason Smith. Yeah, Wilson Chandler was not good at the ball. I don't know how he got freaking drafted in the first round. But here, the Bucks took the Chinese guy. Yi Jianlian.
Oh, yeah. I remember Yi.
Where's Jimmer playing?
China.
China.
Yeah. He's like Stefan Marbury level, like God mode in China.
Here's your here's your guy. Second round, number 35 overall, Glenn Big Baby Davis.
Oh
Big
my God.
baby. I used to love me some Glenn Baby Davis, man.
He'd be one of your guys.
He is one of my guys. He is. The Clipper days I loved them. Them Celtic days, yeah, I love Big Baby.
Big Baby.
Sorry, Jimmer's not playing anymore, but when he did, oh my God, especially in China.
Well, here's a good pick in this draft. Here's just shows you if you really know what you're doing. So the Lakers got Marc Gasol, second round, 48th overall.
Yeah, all second round picks are bust.
Not bad. The NBA draft used to be a lot more than 2 rounds also.
Yeah.
They stopped because no one made the team. Oh my God, DJ Strawberry went to the Phoenix Suns at 59. He looked just like Darryl Strawberry. He was not good. I wonder who the big free agents were in this draft. That's always where you want to look. Bobby Brown, new addition.
It's his
Candy
prerogative.
girl.
It's his prerogative to go first.
Sometimes you see guys in these free agents that are flat out can play, man. All right, well, it's always fun to look back at the old drafts. You know, I always think it is. (2018) Who went number 1 in 2018?
18 was
Ayton.
Yeah.
Luka went 3rd.
I was gonna say that's the Luka draft. Yeah.
Yep. Mo Bamba. 6th.
3rd or 4th.
And Bagley.
Colin Sexton went 8th. This is a good draft. This is actually a really good draft. Look at this draft. I mean, we talk about all these shit drafts that there are, but look at this one. This is probably like this year's draft. Ayton, Bagley, Luka, Jaren Jackson, Trae Young, Mo Bamba, Wendell Carter, Colin Sexton, Kevin Cox, Mikal Bridges, Shea, Miles Bridges, Jerome Robinson, Michael Porter Jr. I mean, this is a good draft. DiVincenzo. My wife made me breakfast. I have to taste it. Oh, is that good? That is so good. I got the best wife. Oh my God, she's great. She's been working out. This is like protein. Solid protein. Grayson Allen, Ritz Wagner.
Uh-oh.
What?
There's another Giannis's brother that went at the end of the second round. Costas.
To the Bucks?
Yeah. No, to
Philly.
Philly that from Houston traded to Dallas.
Wow, it's weird because that first round is absolutely loaded. Bruce Brown, second round. Is he? Who's he on now? Wasn't he in all those trades?
He's on the Sonics.
Gary Trent Jr. And this draft's loaded, man.
Yeah, DeAnthony Melton.
Brunson went in the second round. They the Mavericks got Luka and Brunson in that draft. This draft is stacked. My guess is that's one of the best drafts there's ever been. I'm going to guess that the 2018 NBA draft is got to be considered the greatest draft of all time. Like from in the first round from top to bottom. Because normally, like, Chris Chiozza would have been drafted.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe Vincent, undrafted. Jayshawn Tate, undrafted. Kendrick Nunn, undrafted. Draft is stacked. Speaking of stacked, well, this is really good breakfast, my life. Got Tennessee against South Carolina. Boston College versus Syracuse, Georgia Tech, North Carolina, TCU, Texas Tech. This is stacked, man. Villanova, Marquette. Central Miss, Northern Illinois. Ohio, Buffalo. I'm only going to go a few more games because there's so many good games here. Bowling Green, Ball State, Eastern Michigan, Akron, and Miami of Ohio versus Kent State. Chris?
I was feeling here. Let's go with North Carolina laying the 8.5 against Georgia Tech. I think this line's headed in the wrong direction. North Carolina 5-0 on the road, 4-0-1 against the number. Just a much better team. Georgia Tech, I know there's revenge for Georgia Tech after getting swept by North Carolina last year in decisive fashion, but North Carolina's just playing too good. Any team outside of Florida State in conference play, they beat by double digits. I think Georgia Tech's again next on that list. So give me North Carolina here.
Okay.
Zip. I'm back on my Zips, man. They're coming off a loss. They lost to Miami, Ohio in their last one. This should be a good right spot on the road against a team they're just head and shoulders better than. They're going to blow the doors off of Eastern Miss. Give me my Akron Zips. That TCU Texas Tech game scares the living crap out of me. I can make the argument going either way. The argument I'm going to make is I'm going to go with TCU laying the points. I know Texas Tech just beat my boys out on the road, my team this year in college hoops, Oklahoma. I was thoroughly surprised to see that happen. Oklahoma had a nice little lead in that game. I don't know what the hell happened.
Tech wanted it more. That's what happened.
Yeah.
There's wanted it more. I watched the game.
TCU, though, they played well. They're coming back home. They lost their last home game to Iowa State. But before that, they had beat Houston at home. TCU at home, they're a different monster than they are out on the road, even though we just saw them go and beat Baylor out there. I just think the line's where it's at for a reason. Some people might get caught up in the lesser-ranked team being favored by this many points over the higher-ranked team. But as I've told you guys a lot of times, in Big 12 conference play, I really, 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 really love looking at the home teams more often than not. And I think this is one of the spots where it makes sense. I like TCU in this one. I wish the line was smaller, of course. 5.5 is a lot. But I do believe it's the right play.
We're at that point in the season where you can say this team is overshot, is way ahead of where you thought they'd be. This team is a disappointment. And to me, Villanova's coach firing bad. They are, man. They're fire your coach bad. They spent a ton of money putting this roster together. They openly said it. We're going to spend a ton of money putting this roster together, and that's exactly what they did. And they're not good, man. 11-9. They've lost 3 in a row. This was a team that I picked to go to the Final Four at the beginning of the season. Someone's getting fired. I think there's different types. I think there are teams that have taken surprisingly bad losses, like the Miami loss to Louisville. It's terrible, But it's like Villanova just continues to lose these games. Their coach is getting fired. I can assure you of that. And Shaka, this is when he turns it on. You don't want to really be betting against Shaka Smart late January, February, and never in March. We never bet against Shaka Smart in March. He goes out on a cover as a dog on his worst day. Hats off to South Carolina, by the way, man. I don't like that game, but man, they're the upside surprise team.
Man, yesterday, guys, I told you guys I was taking a shot. I was close, man. They hooped. I had it. Texas, damn. They had it. Took them to OT. Just couldn't get it done. Houston's good. They're good.
Houston's mad. They're mad. Miami whipped their ass last year tournament.
They're gonna be mad.
Toledo versus Western Michigan. Indiana versus Iowa. Indiana's coach firing bad. Ohio State versus Illinois. Ohio State, their coach has been on the hot seat since before the season. He's proving why now. What a fraud he is. Dayton against G-Dub. 14 points, Jay. 2 touchdowns you're getting. St. Bonnie's versus VCU.
G-Dub.
St. Louis versus Loyola. Murray State versus Illinois State. Kansas State, Oklahoma. Jay, it's your slot. Just let me know.
You know, it's been the year of the Wolverines. And I think the rival is tired of that shit. And they finna do this one big at home. Michigan State finna beat the hell out of Michigan today. Michigan State, I've said
You're in the
this
wrong slot, man.
I am?
We're only up to 8 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, my bad. Hey, Michigan State, though, I'll talk about it in a minute. I thought we were split it in half. My bad. All right. Oklahoma. I'm back on my boys, man. They've been kind of upsetting. And I know a lot of the sharp chasers are gonna love this game today. The unranked team that's favored over the ranked team, they love that type of game. They love that shit. They do. And I get it. Kansas, and I've been wanting to tell you guys about the Big 12 home teams. This is my type spot. It is, but not today. Oklahoma's just the better team. They're just the better team, and they're gonna win this game. Sooners, money line.
Iowa for me. Indiana's they're terrible. Coach firing bad. I think they had their chances to kind of emerge to that next level, and they lost them both. You know, they lost the game to Purdue, and then they lost after that to Illinois, and they lost to Wisconsin. So they had 3 step up games in a row and lost all of them. Now they get back home, and now they're going to lose again. I like Iowa. I think they're gonna beat them. I really don't like what's going on in Indiana. And where do you go from here? You know, as far as coach, it's you tried college ranked coaches. You tried bringing up Archie Miller. You tried. They fired Kelvin Sampson. So it all goes back to that. You know, it all goes back to that. Kelvin Sampson. Remember that? The illegal phone call to Eric Gordon. They had to fire him. It's how come we have to fire him, but everybody else can hire him? It's that's what I never really understand. You know? It's we have to fire him, but he could, Chris Beard, right? It's Texas had to fire him, but everybody else can hire him. And that's okay. Just throwing it out there. Chris?
Yeah, I am going to go with Kansas State. I think Jay and I are seeing 2 completely different Oklahoma teams. I'm seeing an Oklahoma team that, has had issues winning games on the road.
They're not shooting the 3.
Yeah, but I'm seeing a Kansas State team that's also their 3 road losses have come against arguably 3 of the toughest teams to go on the road against in the Big 12 in Houston, Iowa State, and Texas Tech. But at home, they beat Oklahoma State, they beat Baylor at home, they destroyed UCF. And it's an Oklahoma team that, yeah, they were one of the last undefeated teams out there, but now they're 3-4 in conference play. I think Kansas State was humiliated in that last game against Houston. Was the spotlight spot for them, and
You know what it was for me, Roof? You know what it was for me? It was that Oklahoma State game. Oklahoma State is terrible. They're trash. They're fucking garbage.
They are the worst in the Big 12.
And Kansas State, like, they just couldn't put them boys away. They just couldn't put them away at home. So it's like, it's not only 2 bad games in a row for me. It's 3 bad games in a row for me from Kansas State. And I can make the same argument about Oklahoma, the 2 games they played. I mean, they played 2 tough teams. I know, granted, they were at home. I just think Oklahoma's the better team. And I don't want to get caught up. And I'm not trying to get caught up. I think Oklahoma's the better team. I'm getting them as a dog. That's why I'm there.
I can assure you. For me, I can assure you they're not the better team personally. But
I don't know.
Here's. Well, I mean, I think Kansas State's got the more talented team, but Oklahoma State. If we're gonna go down the Oklahoma State road, look at what they've done recently, right? Like, okay, you're right. Kansas State had trouble putting them away, but so did TCU. TCU only beat them by 5, even on the road. Baylor, Oklahoma State took Baylor to overtime. Yeah, and I've gone back to that point, to that game, saying that it took an extremely bad performance from a Baylor team that was the best 3-point shooting team in the country going into that game to keep Oklahoma State in that game. But Oklahoma State got the stops. They took Baylor to overtime at home. So, yeah, they are one of the worst teams. They are the worst team in the Big 12, but they battled some teams. It's not like they've been getting blown out left and right every single game. I think Kansas State is one of the more, I think, underappreciated home court environments in college hoops. Kansas State and New Mexico, two home courts that just don't get enough love.
Fair enough.
The Little Apple.
Yeah, Manhattan. I love that nickname, the Little Apple. Did we stop at 9? Or it's 8:30?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go with Illinois State. Murray State against Illinois State, laying 7.5. I think the Razors' defense at home much improved over the course of conference play, and I think Illinois State's in some trouble here. So, give me Murray State in that one.
All right.
Chris hating on my Oklahoma boys.
Jay hating on my Kansas State boys. What do you want?
Colorado State, San Diego State, Clemson, Louisville. Chris, I crossed the video off. Clemson.
Did you?
I did. Like, what if they played a game that nobody cared about?
Here's the thing. I am always scared to cross videos off because then I'll get the message, why didn't you do this video?
You could ask me. You know? Yeah.
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
NC State, Miami, Kansas, Oklahoma State, DePaul, Seton Hall, Utah State, San Jose State, Michigan State, Michigan
State. Is it like that? Is it down, up?
Michigan State.
Okay, there we
go. or the real one. Michigan State. Air Force, Wyoming, Gonzaga, Loyola Marymount, UNLV versus Fresno. Chris?
All right, let's start with Loyola Marymount, getting the 15.5 against Gonzaga. I just don't think this is the same Gonzaga team that dominated the West Coast Conference in years past. They've had a couple of dominant performances, but also only beat Pacific by 9 points last time out. That stuck with me. So Give me Loyola Marymount. LMU just took St. Mary's down to the wire. I think they could at least hang around with Gonzaga here. I'm not going to steal Jay's thunder, but I do like Michigan State as well. Mainly because Doug McDaniel, Michigan's leading scorer, still serving his road game suspension. They're letting him play at home, but I think this is game 3 of a 6 road game suspension for McDaniel. And this team was completely different without him on the road. So
that's called you're not allowed to leave the state, man. That's called court ordered, man. Not that I'm familiar.
So give me Michigan State at home. Sparty normally plays their best basketball at home. So.
Does he have a little bracelet around his ankle also?
Remember when KCP was out there hooping for the Lakers with the ankle monitor on?
Oh my God, I forgot about that. And give me Kansas. I know we just talked about how decent Oklahoma State was, but Kansas at home, awful.
Don't switch up. You love you some Oklahoma State. Don't switch up.
I do, but I also don't like fading Kansas off a loss, and they just lost that high-profile game against Iowa State on the road. So Oklahoma State, I think, is in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, but they hit the garbage of threes in that game. It was the best. I had it plus the 4.5.
Oh, did you?
Well, I gave it out on the morning show.
Oh, okay.
You would, if you would show up for the morning show, you would know.
Wow.
I'd given it out. Yeah. You know, we do have an all-star cast of handicappers for our weekend show.
That was part of it for Sunday.
Yeah, it wasn't as good on Sunday. The Saturday show is really good.
The backup starting on the back-to-back.
It's like the Saturday show is like me, Jay, Jovan. It's like wow. Al McMorty. Like the Sunday show is like Chris, David Racy. It's like
all right.
Tony T was on Saturday. We had just a blowout cast. Yeah, Tony T, me, Al, Jay, Jovan. It was pretty much the all-star team.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll remember that.
You should. I mean, you should go take a look. Go watch the replay. You don't have to remember it. You can go watch the replay. It's there on our YouTube channel.
Roof, you just was on the bench, we got the dub with you on the bench. It happens, it happens.
That's fine. I'm gonna make my return off the bench this weekend.
Roof coming in from drop a triple double.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hell of a show.
Ben Simmons style.
Yeah, it was Jay, me, Costi.
I thought both shows were good to me.
Yeah, David Racy, Al McMorty, Jovan, and Rod. Solid group of cappers there. Sunday was the Romanelli show. Sunday was Jay, me, Romanelli. Oh, so Tony T was actually on Sunday. You could have said that. Basically the same show. We just traded Tony T and Wayne for David Racy and we had Ron also, Romanelli. So we traded Romanelli, Wayne, and Tony and you for Al McMorty, David Racy, and Costi.
Looking like the Wiseman deal all over again.
It's actually not a bad trade. I think both teams won and lost.
Mitch is sitting here like it's all about the future considerations.
Both teams won and lost. I'm always looking for cappers to want to join our team. Always looking. We got a few applications recently. Some interesting people. Everyone always wants something. It's like, I don't know. It's like, I think the opportunity itself is pretty good. And I don't want to promote somebody else's website. Got our own website to promote. We got a good website of our own.
We got a good slot of games here too, and
The
of
transition. Going for the transition.
of course, y'all know I gotta give y'all the gift that keeps on giving.
Transition.
I love fading, man. I love fading DePaul. I'm taking Seton Hall on the road. DePaul, they've been all right against the number recently. Trust me, I know they got that lucky ass cover against Creighton. They got a lucky one against Butler. Seton Hall, take these boys behind the woodshed for me, please. Of course, I like Michigan State. I think that's a woodshed. And I was just giving Chris a hard time. I like Kansas too. To take Oklahoma State behind. I think this is just a blowout central tonight in the back end of this college hoops card. Mitch, go ahead and tell them they're disrespecting y'all too. I think they're disrespecting y'all. NC State's good, but 3.5, a bucket and a point.
It was higher than this. It's actually come down.
That game, I understand NC State's home, but I think that game should be like pick them, maybe a bucket, maybe 2 points for NC State. Personally, I'll probably
NC State. They won last year the second game at home by a bucket in overtime. Miami covered. Miami's covered 4 in a row against NC State. Miami has that loss to Louisville, and it's like people won't let it go. And also, they never rank well in the Ken Palm ranking. So, like, this time of year is where you really find all the value on Miami. I agree with Jay. I think Miami, easy money against NC State. You can money line them there, too. I also like Michigan State over Michigan, just because I like saying it. And I like dishing out my favorite quote in this game. My favorite quote in Michigan State history in college hoops, Draymond Green. They dislike us. I hate them. It's the best. After the game, like, Draymond, that was a big game. You can't do it. It's like, what really got you through it? It's like, they dislike us. I hate them. It was awesome. I think that's San Diego State, Colorado State. How is San Diego State a dog there? Under 142 and a half.
Yes, sir.
Oh, they got the full quote here on the internet. Tell them to go at me to watch these interviews to motivate them. He really hates their guts, man. That's funny. It's like, tell them to watch these interviews to motivate them. If you need any extra motivation, watch these interviews. Or they might dislike us. He said, that's what it's all about. They hate us, we hate them. Or they might dislike us, but we hate them. He's mad. All right. Brings us to the NHL. Skate around.
I don't understand what's up with this kind of schedule, Chris. Like, what the hell they got going on?
They're ramping up for the All-Star game.
So why are they doing like this? Why are they doing it like this?
Yeah, that's my question. Like why some people off and some people not? Like them Sharks. Like
I think there was a bunch of teams that had a bunch of games in hand on other teams
because
So
of
they're trying
poor
to make
scheduling
those
to
up
begin with. But then there's like loaded schedules going in. So the All-Star game, it's usually they don't take the big time off like the NBA does.
No, there's like a day between the All-Star game and then the first game's back.
The NBA takes like a month.
I can't wait for it.
So
When
the
is it?
NBA, the All-Star break starts like on the 16th, and it runs all the way to the 21st, and they come back on the 22nd.
Ooh, that sounds beautiful. I might be somewhere tropical for them days. I ain't Shit.
I'll be in San Diego for some of them. Conference.
I might pop out there with you. Just pull up. Hey.
Come on. Come on out to Geek Fest. It'll be fun.
Group trip, Pick Dog's group trip to San Diego.
Yeah, for the conference I'm going to. Be like, Jay, what's going on? I'm just geeking out with all this data, man.
I actually thought about coming to check it out.
Gonna geek out with all the data. It's like I can imagine the Pick Dogs crew there. It's like, what's going on, guys? It's like, well,
Jay shows up in the sunglasses.
Jay will have the sunglasses and be like, yeah, man. And people say, well, what do you think of, St. John's chances? It's like, well, we got the hookers and blows going, there. Well, what do you think of the conference? I'm just geeking out with all this data. Funny. Anyways, we got NHL. 2 games, Chris. What do you think? Blues, Blue Jackets, Sharks, Smoking Kraken.
Well,
They just did this to limit the material. So when is it? Is it the Sunday before the NBA All-Star break? Is that when it is?
I think so. It's this week. This weekend.
What do you think is a better game, the NHL All-Star game or the?
So how does the NHL All-Star game work? There's like 3 games.
Yeah, so it's a tournament. That's why I like it better than the NBA, to be honest.
3-on-3.
I don't.
3-on-3.
Yeah. 3-on-3 tournament. Winning team takes home $1 million.
Oh, that's lit. I ain't gonna lie. Imagine if we got 3-on-3 in the NBA for $1 million, boy.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And I know it's an unpopular opinion, but that's why I like it more than the NBA, because like the NBA, yeah, it's a skills competition, it's an all-star game, it is what it is, but it's just like you get a bunch of guys that are just it's basically.
I think the NHL skills competition though has gotten too far, like too many skills competitions. Like when they did it in Vegas, even in Vegas, it was like so long,
Yeah, like you have to leave it at like the fastest shot or hardest shot or whatever.
Fastest skater, this.
Yeah.
But like this, like where they have to hit these shots like all different places and all, it's like cares.
Yeah.
After a while, it just gets boring, man.
I just want to see what
There's like a goalie contest too, right? Breakaways.
Yeah.
And stuff. It's like it just gets to be too much. I think there's also too many people in each event.
Yeah.
They should just cancel the rest of the season.
So there's it's a revamped format for the skills competition this year. 12 stars. They're gonna.
They must have heard it. My unpopular opinion might have gotten some.
It's gonna be fastest skater, hardest shot, stick handling, one-timers, the passing challenge, and accuracy shooting. And then round 2 is a shootout, and then the final is an obstacle course. So maybe not terrible, but
what's it? What is it again? One shot. Fastest shot.
Yeah. One shot, one opportunity.
and the fastest shot all in the same.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Too
much material for one contest.
Too much material for a 2-game card.
That is
what we call stretching out your dollar. No, but that's why I like it more than the NHL, because it just feels like these guys actually want to play for something and they actually want to be there.
Fastest shot is like a porn award.
Stop it.
The fastest shot.
Stop it. Which is like the best material is the one you create yourself.
And I'd like to thank my parents.
No, you've got to start it out like any other award speech. I'd like to thank God for getting me to this moment. Okay, maybe I should have said that after the. Oh man. Anyways, without giving out too much because I released the wraparound less than an hour ago. I'm gonna go with the correct score prop in that St. Louis and Columbus game. I'm gonna go 4-3 on either side. If you take 4-3 Columbus without overtime, it's plus 2,200. With overtime, it's plus 1,200. For St. Louis, 4-3 without overtime is plus 2,000, and with it is plus 1,100. The Blues have played 4 straight games that have all finished 4-3, and each of the last 3 have gone to overtime and finished 4-3. So that's going to be my long shot play of the day.
It's a long shot. Jay, anything?
I don't love this hockey today, man, fellas. I don't. Y'all know me. I love taking shots on dogs. I mean, let me see. Hold on.
It's like a day-night doubleheader too, so it's just
The
contrived.
thing is my Sharks, they done won 3 of their last 5. So like they done blew their load. So it's like
On the theme of the fastest shot competition.
yeah, they blew their load already.
The winner goes to the entire San Jose Sharks team. We'd like to thank our fans.
So I'm passing hockey.
Bad.
Oh man,
We're gonna get canceled.
Somewhere down the line.
All right. What's the locks today?
Someone just said this show is not PG. Has it ever been?
Wow. It's also not PC.
Oh, jeez.
Comments low key trying to talk me into the Sharks. If y'all talk me into the Sharks,
Oh my goodness.
I'll take the Sharks.
All right. Let's throw on a parlay. Who do you like, Chris?
All right, let's go 14 college hoops parlay. We're going to go North Carolina, Kansas, Michigan State, Iowa.
Warriors, Knicks, TCU.
I'm going to go Marquette, Iowa, and Michigan State. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. It's been fun and educational at the same time. I appreciate each and every one of you. Make it a winning day. Chris, Jake, see you guys tomorrow with Ron Romanelli. Try and keep decorum. He hates my team nicknames, so we'll have to see how he holds it together. It's like no one even knows what team you're talking about anymore. I don't know. I think the PFW Chang sent him over the edge. He also doesn't like my enunciation on the Waspy team sounds. Wofford, who is playing tomorrow. Don't worry, Ron. Wofford will be there, and also Drake. I don't like Drake. Make it a winning day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. We're not going to talk about any hockey skills competition.